Yo, I know I missed another episode or another Miles Morales Monday, but really I didn't because, so I was getting ready to shoot this video, and then my mom throws a Christmas sweater at me and tells me we're going to a Christmas party. So I was like, dang. And let me tell y'all, that Christmas party wasn't even that good anyway. Anyway, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Miles Morales. Now, I have something really special planned for you guys today, so please stick with me through this video. Now, I'm gonna just get right in it. Over last week, Batman v Superman released another trailer. So then I was sitting there thinking, and I was thinking, okay, alright, whatever. So then my brother gives me the idea, like, hey, how about you do a versus, like a type of thing where you compare the Civil War trailer and the Batman v Superman trailer. So then I was like, okay, I mean, cool. I mean, I was kind of hesitant about the idea because I realized how I never talk about DC, but now I'm gonna take off my Marvel side of me. And I'm gonna talk about DC, y'all. I'm gonna talk about DC. Hey, now check this out. Alright, y'all. So, I know, just to disregard, I do not hate DC. Okay, I do not hate DC. And, I love Marvel. I'm a Marvel boy. I'm a Marvel fanboy. And I do not hate DC. I love DC. I just love comics all in general. But if you were to ask which one would win, I would say Marvel, and I would argue that with a very strong point of view. Anyway, I'm not gonna let bias get in the way of anything. But today we're here to compare. Now check this out. I'm going to compare the different trailers between the first Captain America Civil War trailer versus the Batman v Superman trailer that just released over the week. And I know, man, it's just like it's like DC copied Marvel. DC saw that Marvel released the first Civil War trailer. They're like, oh shoot, we're panic. We gotta do something. So just like Marvel did, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans went on Jimmy Kimmel to release the trailer. Ben Affleck goes on Jimmy Kimmel and releases the trailer. Now, don't that seem a little fishy, y'all? Anyway, they released the trailer both on Jimmy Kimmel, and I'm here to compare them. All right, let's just get them. Now, if you haven't seen them, go watch them. But you know, if you clicked on this video, I bet you've seen them. Anyway, here's what I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna cover the tone of the trailer and the tone that the trailer sets for the movie. I'm gonna cover the sense of continuity. I'm gonna cover how much the trailer revealed or didn't reveal. I'm gonna cover the scale and scope and the final reveal of the trailer, because you know your trailer just gotta leave you with a bang, right? Alright, moving on. Let's get on the tone. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. When I talk about Civil War, I'll put this on, and when I talk about Batman v Superman, I'll keep this shirt on. So anyway, the tone of Captain America Civil War. Now, when I watched this trailer, I was like, oh shoot, this trailer said it perfectly if you ask me. Now, I'm showing you, now, I watched each trailer a few times, so I'm not coming here fresh out the box like a pizza. But, I watched the trailer a few times, I'm like, man, this trailer sets the tone perfectly for the movie. Now, I'm not saying it's a super dark and gritty freaking Marvel movie. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it set it to the point where it's a serious movie, but it has jokes. We didn't see any jokes in the trailer, but there's also some Disney's D23. They show footage there, and people heard jokes in that one. So we know that the movie is serious, but it's not too serious. So that's what I really like. That's the tone that I really liked. And also, like I said, it set the tone for the movie, and the tone of the trailer was also really dark too, you know what I'm saying? Now, moving on to Batman v Superman. Okay, so, the tone that Batman v Superman set for the movie and also for the trailer was that really, the movie seems kind of epic, you know what I'm saying? Because it's also got the epic music in the background. You also got, you know, the epic bitch shots of everything, just destruction. And really, the type of tone the trailer sets for itself is that, okay, these characters are getting together and they're gonna fight for the common good, which I'll get on later. It also says for the movie that it's a big movie, like it's a big blockbuster destruction movie. I'm not talking Transformers 4 type. I'm just saying that it's a big movie that causes a lot of destruction and a lot of action. So that's the type of tone it sets for the trailer and also for the movie, you know, because you always want to govern that as I move on to my next. Okay, sense of continuity. Let's talk about Civil War as I figure out how to get this shirt on. Should probably make these quicker. Okay, so the sense of continuity. Now, in Captain America Civil War trailer, I really like the sense of continuity. Now, with here, what I'm not just talking about how they start off with where the last Marvel Cinematic Universe left off. I'm talking about like how it left off, and also the way the trailer flows. I think, you know, especially with Thunderbolt Ross coming in at the beginning, I think it comes in at the beginning of the film as well, because this movie needs as much time as it needs for the superheroes to fight. So I think Thunderbolt Ross comes in at one of the earlier scenes, and that's what they did for the trailer. Also, as it just progresses on, we see that, okay, Tony's like, okay, you know, I don't want to fight just yet. But then by the end of the trailer, they're beating each other out, just like how the movie is. I believe the movie would be like, okay, this is COVID. Tony's like, okay, okay, Cap, just, you know, we got to think about this. And then later on, they fight, just like how the trailer is. So I love the sense of continuity. I also love the sense of how it does feel like a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. Also how it moves on from the Winter Soldier and other movies like that. You know what I'm saying? It also moves on from the Age of Ultron, Winter Soldier. It just moves on, you know? And I love that sense of continuity. But moving on to Batman v Superman. Now with Batman v Superman, the trailer, just the way it was directed, it had continuity, but it just wasn't. It didn't feel as good watching it. Because there's this one scene where Bruce Wayne shows up at like a charity event or something, and he walks in, and then he talks to Clark Kent, and I wonder what the heck is happening there. But they're talking for like a freaking third of the trailer. It's like we see a whole scene of the movie in this trailer, and that's not how it should be with these trailers. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll be sitting in the movie theater, and all us fans will be like, oh, I've seen this scene 1,000 times, because they've seen the trailer 1,000 times. So when they hear the actors recite those lines in the movie, it's going to be like, oh, really? I mean, it is what it is. And I'm also taking into consider the fact that this is not the first Batman v Superman trailer. I'm saying that I dislike this one the most. You know, the first one had a very dark and gritty tone, and it set the tone perfectly. First Batman v Superman, and then the Comic-Con trailer was just downright epic. It was amazing. And now with this one, it's just the way the continuity flows. It almost feels like it was pieced together after they saw the Civil War trailer. That's what it feels like. It feels like Batman v Superman or the Warner Brothers saw the freaking Civil War trailer like, oh shoot, everyone's gonna forget about our movie. Everyone's gonna forget about how Batman and Superman are fighting. And then they just piece together this trailer out of nowhere. That's what this feels like. The continuity, and also just the way it's put together. That's what it feels like. I think this trailer could have been very well more directed, if you say the least. Now, let's see what else we have on my list of things that I'm comparing. How much the trailer revealed. Okay, so let's talk about Captain America Civil War. Now, how much the trailer... Alright, so I'm judging this on how much the trailer revealed and didn't reveal. Now, check this out, y'all. So, what they revealed was, you know, the whole plot of the movie, because it's the first trailer. You gotta, you know, what's this movie about? You gotta tell them. But it also revealed things like Black Panther. It also revealed, you know, who's on whose side. We also get some very interesting theories, because we can make theories off this trailer with the Alright, I'll get on that later. But we can also make theories like whatever happened to James Rhodes. You know, which side is Black Widow on? You know, like we get to like hear different theories and make our own assumptions, and that's what this trailer did. You know, I love how it didn't reveal. I love how it didn't reveal Spider-Man. I love how it didn't reveal Vision or anything that happened to Hulk after Age of Ultron, because he all of a sudden learns how to be a pilot. I love how it didn't reveal most of Iron Man's team, but it didn't reveal all of Cap's team too, because we didn't get to see Ant-Man. You know, there's so much this trailer didn't reveal, and I love how we didn't get to see the big, oh my gosh, this is Iron Man's team versus Cap's team. No, okay. I'm so glad that they didn't do that. You either save that for the movie or the second trailer. You do that for the first movie or the second trailer, just so you can get that big reveal. Yeah, I love how the trailer just didn't reveal everything because it knows it's the first trailer, and it also knows that it has to save some goodies for the movie itself. So I love how it just knew what it was doing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Alright, moving on to Batman v Superman. Okay, so with Batman v Superman, how much it revealed? It revealed a lot. You guys cannot tell me that it didn't. Now, I know there's so much more that this movie did that we don't know about this movie. We don't know what Wonder Woman's doing. We don't know what, you know, Cyborg and Flash, they're all supposed to be in this movie and whatnot. And, like, a bunch of different stuff. But we also learned so much, man. We also learned so much. So, the big reveal of this one was, Doomsday. Well, I'll get on him later. But, plus, we don't even know if that's Doomsday. Okay. It revealed, this trailer lost the sense of the tension between Batman v Superman. Because in the first trailer and in the second trailer, you have this sense of, oh wait, oh shoot, Batman and Superman are actually mad at each other, they're angry, they're fighting. And this trailer does that up to a certain point. It's up to a certain point. And I really didn't like how it stopped. Because let me tell you something, after you watch this trailer, they fight for a while, and then all of a sudden, oh shoot, she with you? I thought she was with you. And they're besties! Now I know people are gonna say, oh wait, it's not like they're not supposed to be besties after this movie. It's not like they're not supposed to be. I mean, they're Batman and Superman, they're gonna be friends so they can be in the Justice League and whatnot. But it just kinda lost that sense of, oh shoot, okay. We see that they become best friends, and it just kind of lost the tension between Batman and Superman. You know, we get to see Wonder Woman, and many people are saying that's her big hero shot. That's the shot where she's like, oh wait, that's Diana Prince, or Batman makes that connection or whatever. That's when they're saying that's when, you know, she comes out and she's like, oh that. So that's what they think that is, and also just how much it revealed Doomsday, which is weird. It revealed how much Lex, his personality, he's, oh yeah, Clark Kent meets Bruce Wayne. I love bringing people together. Oh, you should not pick a fight with this person. Just his whole swagger is just thrown off. And I know you know, it's, Lex is what's the word I'm looking for? It's not static, it's dynamic. I think it's dynamic character. I know Lex is a dynamic character where he changes. That's what that means, a dynamic character is it change from the beginning to the end. The character changes. And I know Lex is like that, but it just ruined his whole swag for me. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's more revealed. I'm not talking about that right now. But moving on, we're talking about our last and final thing was the big reveal. Okay, for Captain America, or no, it's not reveal, but just like the final shot. Now, after you finish going through all that, Captain America Civil War leaves you off with Cap and Bucky beating the stank out of Iron Man. And you know, whenever y'all saw that shot, y'all was blown away. I was, oh shoot, and it made you feel like the trailer, it made you feel so satisfied. Because we all know that we've been waiting for the Captain America Civil War trailer. And now that we got it, it leaves us off with a big bang. Until we get some more footage, that's what we got, and I'm completely fine with it. You know, a lot of people would disagree that it didn't reveal so much, or it did reveal too much. But I'm just saying that it left me off with a such bigger bang than I thought than my normal expectation was. So, and I'm really excited that they actually did that. They showed that. And there's and it just made me feel just the it's like I got hit. It's just like let's say this is the Captain America Civil War trailer. That's what it feels like. And it was a good punch too, and I really liked it. So I think that's the whole trailer review for me. But with everything that went on in the trailer and how it left off, you know, so was I. That made you heartache for Tony, and then they beat the stank out of him. That makes you root for Cap, but like ache for Tony. So I really love how the trailer did that. Moving on to Batman v Superman. Okay, so with Batman v Superman, the big reveal, the final shot was Doomsday comes out of nowhere, and the three superheroes have to get together to destroy the Doomsday. Or is it really Doomsday? I've heard a lot of theories about it being a different character, like there's some guy named Wraith who looks a lot like that. And really, it's just like, nobody liked the reveal of Doomsday. Also like how they didn't reveal Batman's voice. I started roasting Batman. I said he sounded like a auto-tune T-Pain robot version of Ultron. This dude, Batman's voice sounds like it's a Ultron knockoff, and I don't like how that sounds. You know, I'm going to strike here. I'm going to strike fear in the hearts of criminals by sounding like Ultron and T-Pain. You know, it's just too much, man. But the big reveal, it revealed how they all have to come together to save humanity. And of course that's what it's all about, but like I said, it lost the tension between Batman v Superman. We know that they become besties. We know Wonder Woman is in there in the final battle. So it's just like, we've seen so much. The city gets destroyed in that big explosion, because there's always a big explosion in these DC movies, trust me. And it's just like, I really enjoyed it. I like seeing is she with you? I thought she was you. I enjoyed that line. I really did. I actually chuckled a little bit. I was like, but Doomsday is ugly. You can't deny that. Doomsday is ugly. He looks nothing like he does from the comics. All right, so you see him next to my face right now, and then you see a picture from the comics. Okay, is that what he looks like? Come on, y'all. At least they've saved that for the movie. At least showed us at least a face or a glimpse, not his whole body. Because now he just looks like a dehydrated Ninja Turtle. Alright, so, I mean, anyway, that's my review of the two trailers. In my opinion, if you couldn't tell already, I say that Captain America Civil War won the battle of the trailers. I think it got more views too. I think the last time I checked was like 10 minutes ago, like before this. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. But before this video is at like 37 million views, plus the 7 million it has on Marvel's trailer because it released on Jimmy Kimmel's YouTube, and then so you put together, that's 44 million, and then with this new Batman v Superman, I know it's somewhere less than that, or I could be wrong. Probably see the number at the bottom or the left or the right or whatever. But anyway, I just want to thank you all for watching so much. If you disagree with anything that I said, let me know. Let me know, and I can talk to you about what I think and what you think. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm not saying that Captain America beat Batman v Superman, even though I think it did. I'm not saying that any of this is fact. So if you disagree with me, let me know. Let me know so we can box in the comments. We gonna I'm just messing with y'all, but for real, let me know what you think. Comment below, let me know. Love you all so much. What do you guys think of this video? Do you want me to try this again? You know, the whole shirt flip thingy. I really enjoyed it, but thank you all for watching so much, and I'm out for now. More videos coming out later. Morales Monday. Thanks for watching.